Now we're focusing on dressing for your body shape this morning. So whether you're a pear, hourglass, or you've got a sporty figure, we've got you covered this morning. Stylist Laura Jordan joins us. Good morning to you, Laura.
Good morning.
This is one of those subjects that I always listen closely to myself because it is so important, first of all, to know what your body shape is and identify it and then dress for that shape, isn't it?
Exactly, and I think people get hung up with the idea of losing weight, changing shape, when really, if you know what shape you are, all you have to do is figure out how to make it work for you.
Yeah.
This isn't about losing weight, it's about making sure that shape that you have works hard and you emphasise the bits you want to show off and you disguise the bits that you're not less
And
happy
Laura,
with.
would it be fair to say, just before we get into this, pre-baby, post-baby, weight loss, weight gain, you're still mostly the same shape?
Yeah.
Would that be fair to say for most people?
For most people. You can have some changes, particularly post-baby.
Yes.
And the chest and the bust is, an area that can be an issue with, particularly the tummy is another area. So you sometimes have to reanalyse, and that's what we're going to look at this morning. How do you find out what shape you are?
OK, well, look, we'll start with our first model, and this is a curvy pear shape.
Yes. So Anna is our curvy pear-shaped model.
Anna, should I say, yes.
For this morning. And I'm actually going to demonstrate on Anna how to measure your proportion of your bust to your hip. So it's something that you can do at home. I don't like using a measuring tape because I don't think we need to bring numbers into this.
Measuring tapes are not our friend, Laura, are they?
Absolutely not. So I just get a really simple piece of string. That you'd have, everyone would have a piece of string at home. And what we're going to do is, we're literally going to find, again, with clothes on, the biggest part of the bust that we can, and we just measure it and cut it. So I have this pre-cut, but you just literally cut it.
OK.
And then you're going to do the exact same for the largest part you can find of your hips or your bum.
OK.
And again, you're going to measure it around, like so. And again, we have it pre-cut.
Thank you, Anna, by the way, for being a willing volunteer this morning.
So then we look at our 2 bits of string. No measurement, nothing, like literally just 2 bits of string is all we need to see.
OK.
And then we can understand very quickly the differences we have in terms of the bust and the hips. And with Anna, what we're noticing is she's a smaller bust and she's larger on the bottom half, so we're going to bring the eye up, which is what we did there with the dress in terms of the earrings and the pieces and the print to bring the eye right up the top. And that's what we're noticing on this one.
Brilliant, OK.
So in this here, what we're noticing is we've got more of an hourglass shape.
OK.
And for Ursula in her hourglass shape, often people think, gosh, I just have to wear a dress. You know, we're always told, sexy hourglass shape, wear a dress. So I wanted to show how you can wear this in a more casual way.
OK.
And for the hourglass shape, it's all about cinching in the waist, which is what we've done here with the jacket. So what we see with the jacket is it's bringing the eye right into the centre. We're having some warmth underneath it. We're bringing the eye right up to the neckline there in terms of that neck piece that just pulls the colours together nicely. And again, that just gives a little bit extra sparkle to the piece. But
so the hourglass shape that we're suggesting Ursula is today is probably the most balanced. Would that be fair to say?
It's what people
so the
would say
proportions are even.
Are relatively even. So your bust and your hips have similar proportions, and your waist tends to be quite cinched in.
OK.
So that's the difference between those two.
OK. And I suppose most people would consider this the ideal.
Exactly.
OK.
It is, and that's why we're always told it's the sexiest shape, and that's where you get the idea of really tight clothes and the dress. But we wanted to show how do you do this in a more relaxed way, and again, bringing a lovely curve in with the shoes and everything, a bit of height, but it does just pull in the look nicely when you have a tailored bottom half, which is your skinny jean.
OK. Most viewers would probably suggest that the hourglass figured people who are lucky enough to be hourglass can wear anything.
I know, exactly. And to be fair, that's a consideration. But with hourglass, unless you cinch in that waist, you're going to look bulky.
OK.
You have a larger bust and hips, so you have to give definition. It's all about giving definition to a part.
Focusing on the waist.
Exactly. That's what we've done here with the length of the jacket.
OK, so I take it tulip shapes or egg-shaped coats and things like that wouldn't necessarily show off their figure.
You have to have a bit of a cut and shape to the midsection.
OK, very interesting. Now, our third body shape this morning is Audrey, and Audrey is the straightish, boyish figure.
Exactly. So when you have a straight, boyish figure and you have height on your side, you need to add curves. So for that, you're looking at print and pattern, and you're looking at using darts and pleats to give a bit of movement to your clothes. You have to create that waist, and what we've done here is we've created it by adding in that cinch right in there to the waist and pulling that band in. But we've got the fluted sleeves, we've got a fluting at the bottom half here of the play suit, which gives a little bit of volume and balance and curve, which is what you're trying to add in this situation. You're still going to show off a lovely long lean leg, which typically comes with that more boyish straight figure.
OK, and I suppose those the more maybe apple-shaped or pear-shaped need to avoid this extra detail or the extra fabric.
You've got to keep it streamlined, and we saw that in the first look with the more pear shape. People think if I add volume and wear a big skirt, you won't see what's me and what's my hips, but actually you need to keep everything streamlined, and that's what that pencil shape in that first dress really did.
Brilliant. Okay, our first model Anna ran off after I said thank you, and you ran off too quickly, Anna. Can we have a look at your outfit, please? I was saying thank you for being a willing volunteer and getting measured live on television. But you've dressed Anna appropriately.
Yeah. So what we're looking here when you've got the pear shape, which by the way is 65% of Irish women are this shape.
Yes.
It is the most common, so that's why we really need to focus on it and realise that this is completely normal.
And it's why the reason retailers sell swimwear separately and, you know, because there's very few people who are the exact same size top and bottom, isn't there?
It's ridiculous, and that's the clients of mine time and time again are so frustrated with this concept. The average dress size is a size 16 in this country.
Yes.
That needs to be catered for. And what we've seen here is you've got a lovely high neck, which it lends itself to putting, as we have a statement necklace or a statement earring with it, a necklace would work equally well.
Okay.
I love a 3/4 length sleeve because it brings it right into the waist, so it cinches it right in. And that's what you want to do with that pear shape, is really bring it in, your eye in here to the midsection, so it gives the contrast then as you go in that pencil skirt right down to the knee. The print is super. Print can camouflage. If you're saying, God, I can't wear anything that tight, when you have a print, it distracts from the fit and it allows it just to give a lovely overall look of the piece. So I think this is a real winner for that reason.
Okay, so this, even if it's not the same dress, it's probably a good template to go on.
That's it.
The shape, the length, the arm length.
The arm length, the cinching it, so it's literally ruched over to the side, which is great for someone as well who's a bit of a tummy and said, you know what, that's scaring me now when I see a tight dress. So what we're looking at is, how do you wear something that's figure hugging to show off your lovely shape, but it's not, you know, too tight or you feel uncomfortable in.
Okay, so we know the features to go for if you're hourglass.
Yes.
No, if you're pear or curvy.
Yes.
Hourglass.
Hourglass, cinch
go
the waist.
For the waist.
Go for the waist. And again, don't have too much bulk. So keep everything right into the centre.
So
and
more
then
streamlined.
More streamlined. And then you're straight. You want to add a bit of curve and bulk. So add movement, and more floaty fabrics work for that too.
Okay, brilliant. Great summing up of lots of different body shapes, and so important, isn't it, to discuss it and know which one we are.
I think so, definitely.
Brilliant. Are you going to stay with us, Laura?
I am indeed.
So 3 more later on?
Yeah.